I'd like to bring our two principals in for this match this afternoon. First, sponsored by Wing King, playing out at Shoemaster Billiards in Virginia Beach, Virginia. A very high finisher in this event. Several years he's played. A nice round of applause for Mr. Chris Futrell. Thank you. And his opponent, sponsored by Esperita Custom Cues, Nick Varner Cues and Cases, Jack Justice Cases, Quick Clean. He is the reigning Virginia State Straight Pool champion, playing out of Hard Times in Woodbridge, Virginia, Mr. Bobby Chamberlain. Thank you. Gentlemen, when you're ready for the first race. Come on, let's make some noise for him, please.
All right, our two players here, Chris Futrell, Bobby Chamberlain, get ready to tee it off. On the winner's side, this is a winner's side semifinal match. Chris Futrell on the left, Bobby Chamberlain on the right. Welcome to the 2011 Virginia State 9-Ball Championships, brought to you by Inside Pool Magazine and Diamond Billiards. I'm Brian Keller. Alongside me, tournament promoter and tournament director Joshua Dickerson. The lag is very close. Looks like Chris Futrell has gotten the lag by a scant inch or so. And this is going to be quite a match, Josh.
Absolutely. You've got this young man that fires at everything, got great fundamentals, well-seasoned player for his age, and then we have a seasoned veteran in Bobby Chamberlain.
Bobby Chamberlain is just a terrific straight pool player. Has played the World Championships in New Jersey held by Dragon Promotions. Just a great straight pool. Couple of 100-ball runner. He is, probably in the top 2% of straight ball players in the United States. Just a terrific player.
Absolutely, without a question. And Chris Futrell finished second here in the second Virginia State 9-Ball Championships. Has always finished in the money, done an excellent job, and is a high-ranking collegiate champion. In this year's ACUI event, he actually finished second.
Wow, did he really? He just broke and made 3 balls, and looks like may have a shot on the 2-ball. So finished second at the ACUI Championships, eh?
Yes, he did. Had a good finish. I'd like to take a minute again and thank our sponsors, Midlothian and Midlothian, Virginia Diamond Billiards. If you guys get a chance, you're in the Richmond area, please stop by and check them out. They have a beautiful pool room here. Simonis Cloth, Kamui Products. My friend here in the booth, Mr. Keller, he always builds the trophies for me every year. Also does some refereeing and some commentating on the match. Rob Marshall Studio for taking photography during the event. Inside Pool Magazine for the stream brought to you here today and yesterday. And Gus Schulteis from Q-Tips Cube Repairs in Newport News, Virginia. If you're in the area, need a tip replaced, need some work done on your cue, go see Gus. He does excellent work.
All right, so Chamberlain comes to the table after Futrell played a safe on him. He's got trying to get to the 2-ball, and looks like he's gone to the bag for the jump cue. And this is no easy jump. He's got to fly it over at least 1 full ball. Now it's interesting. The rap on Bobby is that he likes to play deliberate. He likes to put a little stall on you and kind of wander around while he's making up his mind. Once he starts firing balls, though, it's a different story.
And that comes with being a straight pool player. You have a lot of patience.
Yep.
You've got to learn to be patient and kind of ticky the rack until you get an opportunity.
Ooh. Wow, man, made a great jump. Just missed making that ball. And he left Chris with a difficult shot, so I think that worked for him. So looking for Chris to play straight here, or play safe here, I believe. Probably going to come to the head rail, park the cue ball, send the 2 back around that stack of colors in the middle of the table. Or try and cut it in. Wow. No, he's trying to park the cue ball in that stack of colors. And it looks like he might have left just a little sliver of the 2-ball to see. Bobby stalking around. From this angle, it looks like, this camera angle, looks like he can see just a piece of the 2-ball. Bubba got a good hit. Tried to hide the cue ball. And I don't think he's left him a shot. Looks like he's left him a safe back. One thing I really like about Chris Futrell's game is he's really, really good at keeping an even keel. You can't tell after he struck the ball whether he's missed it or made it a shot. He looks the same every time. So he can see all that 2-ball and fires it in, but he has not done himself any favors. Now he's got nothing on the 3. I smell a safety coming again. That was about as emotional as Chris gets. Right there, you saw him purse his lips. So Chris is drawing up how he wants to play this safe. Looks like he's going to skim to the left side of the 3-ball. Try and leave the 3 behind the 8 and 9. He's done it just like that. That's well done. All right, so he's hitting the 3. Bobby's going to have to come at least 1 rail, probably 2. He's going to try and kick behind the 3 and get the 3-ball to come, try and hit it full in the face, get the 3-ball to come out from behind that stack and leave the cue ball behind. Alex is going to spin behind it and try and catch it from that side. Oh, wow. Got it. Smacked it full in the face. What a great shot. Well done. Now he's tucked Chris Futrell right up behind the 9-ball. That was a very well played kick shot. Beautiful safety back.
Had a nice little safety battle on the table next to them, Mr. Hunt and Mr. Newt. Good safeties back and forth between the 2 players, and should be an exciting match over there. That's a rematch from last year's semifinal.
Yep, last year's semifinal when John Newton got by David Hunt. Hill, as I recall.
Yes. Futrell's thinking about.
David was looking forward to the rematch.
Oh wow, nice hit.
Good solid hit.
And looks like.
And
he got him.
Got enough on it to get behind the stack. Well, if the safety battle's any indication, it's going to be quite a match.
Katie bar the door. I'd like to take a minute and say hello to some folks out there watching the stream. Ann and Frank Mohap in Johnson City, Tennessee. They are the grandparents of Mr. Futrell here in our TV match. So
Well, how cool is that? That's great.
we're glad you're watching with us today, and hope you enjoy watching your grandson play some good pool here. Hopefully you'll be bringing him some good fortune and karma by watching the match. So welcome. Nice save
Played
by
a nice
Chamberlain.
safe back. Chris is trying to figure out if he can spin it between the 6 and 8. Get it over there. Or does he go behind it? Looks like he's got to go behind it.
Look at this.
Almost made it.
Oh,
Try.
nice attempt. Good hit. Yeah, for those of you that were not watching yesterday and you see this big chunk of white on the table, that's Mr. Chamberlain's. It is a compressed piece of talc chalk that's cut into like a big piece of billiard chalk, and it has a groove cut into it for your finger. So you can just either rub your finger in it or kind of dust your finger like you would be chalking your cue.
Interesting.
Instead of carrying around a little bottle of Johnson & Johnson with you everywhere you go. So neat product out of Japan. Bobby picked it up when he was invited over there for an event. So interesting little product. He's actually the only person I think I've seen in the States that have used it.
I've never seen anybody with it before. Now he wanted to leave himself with a little bit better shot than this. He's going to have to either fire this bank in. Mr. Freeze here. He's putting the freeze on him already. I'll play it 2 ways, I'm thinking.
Wow. You gotta slow down.
That's fine. He did play it 2 ways because he had a shot on the 6. He was ready to make that, and might have gotten out from there.
Smart shot.
Very smart shot.
And do you thin this ball on the right-hand side with a little bit of left English and bring the cue ball back down table?
That's what I would do, yes.
He banks it back behind the stack. What a shot.
Wow, that was well played. Stuck it right behind there.
Almost a one-pocket shot.
Yeah,
Take it back towards
absolutely.
your pocket, and if you don't make it, you get them in the stack.
Bobby's lining up the carom. I think he's going to try and kick one rail to the 4 and also maybe hope to get lucky and make the 9. That'd be quite a shot.
Absolutely. Notice his bridge there. Very different bridge than you'd see on most pool players.
Yeah, it's an interesting bridge. I was watching that yesterday. Well, that was a good try.
And
that was a very precise shot. He only missed it by about a millimeter. And
the first open shot for both players in several innings.
Yep.
Nice shot. Looks like he hit a little firm, though.
A little bit firm.
He's tapping the table, hoping it's going to slow down.
My experience has been that doesn't usually help.
Unless you're tapping it with a jack at one end of the table. And then you and I are used to playing on tables that are rolling uphill half the time.
Nice cut shot.
Very nice cut shot.
Well done. Boy, Chris can make some balls. Boy, he's got a great stroke.
Fundamentals are pretty much flawless. I'd say it was a misspent youth, but he's still in his youth.
I was going to say, he's all of 20, right? not sure he's that old.
He's a student at Christopher Newport University down in the Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach area.
Yep.
Fine student. Fine student.
Well, that was a nice out. He did a good job. All right, so Chris Futrell goes up 1-0 on Bobby Chamberlain. That was it was kind of a slow rack, but it was really fascinating. A lot of good safeties played there, and I think this is going to be a terrific match. I don't know. They got to get stroke and get some fireworks going, otherwise it's going to be a grind like that first game was.
Absolutely.
Not that that's a bad thing, just different.
That's, I'd say, I enjoy Chris being at all my tournaments. He's a young man, very talented, but most importantly, he comes with some fans, and every Sunday when I'm having the championship, if he's made it into money on the second day, his number one fan drives up from Virginia Beach to see him. That is his mom, Mrs. Futrell, is in the house watching his son compete, and she's sitting over in the corner in the shadows.
She's a nice lady. I remember the first year she came up for the state tournament up at the playing field. It was really nice to see her. She's very positive.
I believe that was the year he finished second.
Yep. All right, he's broke, made the one, made 2 balls on the break, and appears to have a shot on the 2 ball. So if he can get the 2 to drop in, I think he's got a nice little run out here.
Well, if he keeps breaking like that, it's going to be
a long road for Bobby.
Yes, sir.
But I would tell you that the TV table has proven itself to be a worthy opponent. Yeah, no one has gotten it wired on the break here.
The elusive TV table.
The elusive TV table, yes.
Instead of 1-on-1, it's 1-on-1-on-1.
Right. 1-0's our score, by the way, in our middle of the second rack right now. Chris Futrell got the first game win. Now, is Chris a money player too?
Yes, he has been known to wager a couple dollars on a game.
Play
here
for a
and
few
there.
beans?
Yes. He and another young player from the beach, I was told a couple years ago, when they were trying to establish a pecking order in their pool room, they decided to play in a headset, an 11 a headset for a few ducats, and they played for about 2 hours and never. By the time that 2-hour process was done, they were about 1 game apiece. And Chris asked the young man, "Well, do you just want to play this, race to 11, starting at 1-0 right now? That's your 1 game up." And the young man said, "No, we can continue with the headset." And Chris ended up winning the headset in a shorter amount of time. Nice shot. Nice clean stroke. And our score is 2-0, Chris Futrell.
Chris goes up 2-0 with that 9 ball. Nice break and run. We haven't seen many of those on the TV table.
I haven't seen one since '97 myself. This tournament blues, Simona's cloth is something else, isn't it?
It's gorgeous, no question about it. I'm a purist. I've got green on my table, but the tournament blue is really easy on the eyes, and the balls show up beautifully on television.
And Simona's is the official cloth of the Virginia State 9-Ball Championships. I'd like to thank them for their support, as well as Kamui Products, Diamond Billiards here in Midlothian, Virginia.
And just broke dry. Bobby's got a really solid stroke.
He connect the dots here. Looks like he will be on the scoreboard 2-1. That's a relatively easy out here. No balls touching a rail or each other. I think the key will be getting from the 3 to the 4 here. Might be a little straight in on this 3 ball. Nice shot.
Well, that's, wow. Drew that back beautifully.
Looks like he's going to float this past the 9. 2 rails out for a shot on 6. And he's overshot his position. Do you try and cut this in the upper side pocket or try and bank it into the other side pocket?
You know, if I feel good about my banking, then I'd bank it.
I like it simply for the fact that 7's so close to the pocket, it makes it a much bigger pocket.
Yeah, the pocket's a little bit bigger. But what I really like to do is make it clean, because then I've got a shot on the 7 that sets me up perfectly for the 8.
True. What a shot. And
wow.
No reward there. I don't know if you can get in between the 8 and 9 there.
I think you can see it. I think you can make the shot.
This shot deserves a little extra scrutiny. See if you can squeeze in between there. If not, he might go to the air, jump in between the 8 and 9, make the 7.
I think the hard part is not making the 7. It's coming back and having shape on the 8.
Nice shot. Is he going to get rewarded?
Wow.
Don't know. Let me get the side camera angle here and see what he's got.
That was not bump shape there.
Oh, that's tough.
He's in, yeah.
Maybe a combination,
Maybe a
but that's no
combo.
gimme. But you know, as good as he cut that 6 ball, he could easily cut this 8 in the side pocket. Made that 6 look like a hanger.
He really did.
That's what he's looking at. He's cutting it in the side. And he's made it. What a shot.
Wow.
If he makes his ball, he'll be on the scoreboard. Score 2-1. Nice shot.
All right, so Bobby Chamberlain gets back to 2-1. Down a game in this race to 9.
Well, Virginia State 9-ball championships at Diamond Billiards in Midlothian, Virginia. This is Joshua Dickerson, the tournament director, promoter, coming to you with my dear friend in the booth, Mr. Brian Keller. Brian scores 2-1. Mr. Futrell with Mr. Chamberlain breaking.
Yeah, Bobby made a nice finish to that last rack, despite never really being in position. So now he's made a ball on the break and has a shot on the 1 ball. The only place I see trouble is the 2 doesn't pass the 8. So he's going to have to chase down the table to shoot the 1 ball back up this way. It looks as if he's almost dead straight. There might be just a slight off angle, which will take him into the 2 ball. But as long as he doesn't get stuck behind the 8 ball, he should be fine.
And another shot he might take here is to push the 1 down to the end rail and lock Futrell up on the 7. Repositioning the 1 near the 2, and it's either the 4 or the 8 down there. And then that way, if he gets ball in hand, he'll be able to make the 1 get the 2 out of trouble. Because he kind of has a natural angle to roll right to the 7. He's rolling too. Woo.
That was not what he had in mind. He was trying to get past it. Speed was fine. Just wrong side. Bobby looks like he's going to try and play a safety off the 2, or is he trying to scoot the 9 ball? Yeah, he was. Played it 2 ways. He didn't hide him, but he got the 9 ball rolling. So Chris Lohr comes to the table with limited options.
I think he's almost better off just rolling up on the 2 and kind of
try and pin everything together right there. Yeah, I like that.
Because trying to thin it, you run the risk of get a little bit of a springy rail.
Yeah.
Comes out past the 4, and then you just.
Then you've got a shot.
Sold out the game.
Oh, he did. Oh, look
wow.
at this. He left him see it, but all he's got's a combo. It's not an easy combo. Not a bargain basement combo.
Not by any means. And you know, most straight pool players are used to pretty close position.
Yes.
So
They're also used to making a lot of combos.
yes. So he has half the combination in his repertoire. Let's see if he's good with the long game here.
Exactly. So Bobby's got a great stroke.
Oh,
Tried it. And
left Chris Futrell a shot. Oh.
Not a makeable one.
I think he sticks the cue ball here, maybe draws it an inch or two to get behind the 8. If he can't make it, sends the 2 ball 3 rails around the table.
I think you're right.
Oh, he could make it. Wow, what a shot.
I didn't think it went.
Just enough room.
Well, that's why I'm in the booth.
Why I run tournaments.
Those that can do, those that can't ref. Those that can't ref do commentary.
And we got a shake of the head from J.R. Calvert over here. He says it's hard to refute that. And in case she is listening out there, Miss Sally Timko from Inside Pool Magazine, if you are watching out there, say hello, send our best, miss you, wish you were here.
That was an interesting play. So I guess he figured he couldn't get position to shoot the 4 anywhere but up table by bouncing into it. That was a creative shot. He's not keen about what he got.
Yeah, he was shaking his head there, not liking it. He's going to put him up table. Nice shot, but I don't think he's going to like what he gets here. I see Bobby just banking it back down to this end of the table, putting the cue behind the...
Yeah, I see a safety in this future.
6, 9, and 8.
Kinda like that.
Nice shot. I think Chris jumps over this 9 ball and hits the 4.
Well, if he cans it, he can get out. Because everything else has got a pocket and is wide open.
Looks like he's gone to his bag, got his jump cue.
Eric Futrell coming up. A good hit.
Left Bobby pretty much straight in on the 4 ball. Let's see how straight his stroke is here, Brian.
He's got just the teeniest bit of an angle. Enough to play it and come back up. Otherwise, he'd be trying to draw this ball a little bit. I think he just play it straight in. Oh, no, he just jammed it and pulled it back.
Nice shot.
Wow. I'd say that stroke was pretty straight. All right, so Bobby's made a nice shot, got on the 7 ball. Got a little bit of an angle, going to come over and back. Bobby's another one of those players that makes the ball dead center in the pocket. You don't see him rattle him too often. Fires in the 8. He's ready to make the 9. Takes it to 2 games all. 2 games all. Winner's side semifinal. Bobby Chamberlain and Chris Futrell here in the Virginia State 9-Ball Championships in Midlothian, Virginia. Diamond Billiards is our venue. Beautiful pool room. If you've not been to the Old Dominion, you get a chance to come through here. This billiard room is right off the interstate. It's a gorgeous place to play. And if your traveling companions are not pool players, bring them along anyway. It's a great sports bar. There's terrific food. They have a full bar. They have some exotic beers, which I can highly recommend. It's a great place to come.
Our score is 2-2 here.
Yep.
Mr. Chamberlain breaking the balls. And Bobby was having some difficulty yesterday with his break, trying to figure out what was going to work for him. Looks like he's figured it out
Got
today.
a handle on it, yeah. At least on this table.
Controlling the cue ball much better, because he was telling me yesterday what he was trying to do was keep the cue ball near the center of the table, because the one was normally heading up table and 2 was staying at the other end of the table, but he kept getting kissed down towards the end of the table with the 2, leaving himself a long or no shot on the 1 ball.
Yeah. He's not liking this one. He doesn't have much of a shot. I guess he's either going to roll out or play safe. I'm not sure which he's going to go for.
What a shot.
Wow.
Mr. Chamberlain has left Mr. Keller speechless. I will alert the times.
Wow. The guy's just, I don't think I've ever watched him play more than a couple of shots at a time.
It just shows he's a well-rounded player.
Absolutely.
We've seen this straight pool game, you and I, at the state straight pool championships 2 years ago. He's a very, very impressive straight pool player. But he's showing he's got a few other tricks in his bag here, Brian.
No doubt.
Nice shot on the 2, getting in shape on the 3.
Now he's going to get over for the 5, so I'm guessing he'll play a little bit of left side English, come off the side rail, bounce out for the 5.
I like that.
Because it looks like he's got just a teeny bit of an angle he can play off of. He wanted to hit that a little harder.
tough ball to get position on because at the angle he has on the 5, he's got to cut it pretty thin, and the cue ball's moving quite a bit. Do you think he tries to come underneath of it to play the 7 in the side? Because he's got such a steep angle, trying to come just one rail with it, that side pocket gets awfully big. I think he's shooting with inside. He's going to stay above the 7 and just accept a long shot on the 7. And he's missed it. Nice shot by Futrell on the 5. Has an angle on the 7. Come back across the table. Have a shot on the 8. Should be out from here.
Yeah, I like it. We're going to get the 3-2.
I'll make a prediction.
It's
Someone
speed
gets to
control.
3-2 from here.
I like your, yeah, well, you're bold. I like that. Chris's speed control is looking really good right now.
Well, he's used to playing on these diamond tables down at Q Master Billiards, so the pockets don't bother him, the rails don't bother him.
I was surprised to see Bobby miss that shot.
Yeah, Bobby plays out of Hard Times in Woodbridge, Virginia. He actually had a diamond table installed in there about 2 years ago. So he's used to the tight pockets on these diamonds as well. So this is going to come down to getting used to the speed of the table here.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
That was pretty stout. Not many misses so far. They're playing well. Their possession misses have been what's killing them.
Throwing darts out there.
Pretty much. So Chris gets to 3-2 with that 9 ball, and in this race to 9.
That's the second time he's
dry break
from Mr. Futrell. Looks like he headed down pat there earlier, and he's changed something in his break.
It goes away so quickly. I mean, you start thinking you've got it, and then it does something, just jumps away from you. And he was not soft breaking. He's putting a little more mustard behind the cue ball.
One of these days, I'll like to know what it feels like to have it.
Bobby fires that 3 ball in.
Uh-oh.
And just to avoid the side pocket.
Looks like he hit the 7 coming in.
It's looking like a 4-6 combo here. I don't know if it goes or not, but.
Gus Schulteis over with Q-Tips Q Repairs. I was talking to him last couple of days during the event, before the event as well. They had a little mini tournament here at Diamonds Friday night, and I was looking at his call sheet for what type of tips he was putting on for some of the players. Saw Kamui on that list quite a few times. I'd like to thank Kamui Products for their sponsorship of the Virginia State 9-Ball Championships this year, the 8th annual Virginia State 9-Ball Championships. Make a great tip, and from what everybody's saying out in the internet, a very fine piece of chalk.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Mr. Calvert from Inside Pool was fortunate enough to try a piece at, I believe, the Super Beards Expo, and JR, wow, Mr. Futrell just hung this 4-ball. JR tried a piece of the cue and said he hadn't, the chalk said he hadn't played in years, chalked it up once, was trying to miss cue to see if he could miss cue, and after about 15 and 20 attempts, had yet to miss cue. So, very good piece of chalk.
Must be something special.
Bobby's made the 4 and drawn onto the 5. Wow, nice shot.
And he hooked himself. Oh, maybe not. No, I think he's okay. Yeah, he's okay.
He's okay.
That was some shot on that 5-ball.
Absolutely
Wow.
great back.
Very nice.
Nicely done.
Nice position. He wants to draw back just a couple inches.
Or he could stop right there and play the 8 the other side, over there, and draw back a few inches and be on the 9-ball. I think he has an angle where he can just stun over, and with the pocketing of this ball, the score will be 3-3, Mr. Chamberlain. Tied up with Mr. Futrell.
Alvin says he likes it. And we're back watching Bobby Chamberlain rack up the balls. Getting ready to break. 3-3. Score all tied up in this race to 9. This is a winner's side semifinal match in the Virginia State 9-Ball Championship 2011 edition. Brian Keller here. I'm your host with Joshua Dickerson, tournament promoter, in the chair beside me. It's been a terrific tournament. We've had some really great matches, great hill fights, and it's going to be a barn burner to the end. Bobby fires in the wing ball and the 1-ball. And I can't tell if he's left himself a shot. Looks like he may have. No, I think he's hooked behind the 8 on the 2-ball. So he may be pushing. So Bobby's going to push out. And Chris has the choice. So Bobby pushed out to his safety. Chris played a safety very well. Oh, that was Bobby played safety. That was very Chris handed it back. So now Chris comes to the table. And I think he can see the 2-ball. I don't believe the carom is on for the 9. Wow. What a great shot. So impressed with his ball pocketing capabilities. Look at that pinpoint shape. What? Oh my gosh. So now if he can make the 4-ball, he can go over across and come back for the 6. This would be some out. Just came one rail over for the 6. I'm liking his chances at this point.
Just a quick update for everybody out there on the other winter side match we have going on at this time. Mr. Newton is ahead of Mr. Hunt by a score of 6-4. Mr. Hunt just made a very impressive out to get to 4 and just broken the ball. So another close, exciting match here.
Dynamite. Chris has got a really strong rack going here, and this was no bargain to get out of.
A little bump shake.
Very nice. He has had pinpoint cue ball control with this rack. Had to play. He had shape, about an inch. It was very impressive.
Looks like that ball might have skidded on him a little bit trying to come back. I think he'll be okay.
I mentioned a little earlier, Josh, I think you were out of the booth. One of the things I've always been impressed with Chris's game is his demeanor. You never can tell whether he's Mr. Made a Ball based on his facial expression.
Very rare.
He's Just such an even keel kind of guy. But what a great out. That was a remarkable rack. Chris Futrell gets to 4-3 with just a world-class run. That was very impressive.
I'd have a slap of the pants leg every once in a while, but his face is
Yeah, he's pretty stoic.
absolutely good word, stoic.
I'm a word guy.
You are that, yes, sir.
All right, so Chris breaking in the 8th rack, 4-3 lead. This Winterside semifinal, Virginia State 9-ball championships.
Oh, he's made the one on the break. Has a shot at the 2. Another good break.
Another good break, and I don't see any problems here. If he stays in line, he ought to be able to get out.
Nicely done. Yeah, he's not a very tall young man. With this shot, do you think he tries to draw it, or does he go 2 rails towards the 4? Looks like he's drawing.
I think he's drawing it. Wow, he should have got the rake.
Yeah, left himself quite a tester here on the 4 ball.
Not when you're a King Kong giant killer. Jeez. Nice bank.
No reward.
Well, he's going to be jacked up a little bit. That's about as rueful an expression as he gets right there.
Yep.
Another good word. I'm bringing out all the ammo today.
Somebody worked the Washington Post crossword puzzle before they came here today, I see.
Actually, it's the New York Times.
They spent a little time with the professor down in South Carolina.
Yeah, right. So he just got back from a trip to Sweden. Switzerland. Well, he was jacked up. He clearly was not comfortable before he pulled the trigger on that. I thought he made a good stroke at it. He just was not comfortable over the shot.
Didn't leave Bobby any gifts, though.
No, I think Bobby's going to cut this to his left, our right as you look at it. Spin the cue ball, come 2 rails, out for the 6.
Bobby has gone to his bag and pulled out an extension for his cue so he can reach out over the table and cut this 5. I believe he's going to cut it in the bottom left-hand corner and come at least 2 rails, maybe 3 for position on the 6. Alvin has just informed us that Mr. Dangerfield is on the chat, so we're glad you're here today. Thank you for that comment. You've just woke up the booth. Nice shot. Went the opposite pocket from what I said, but
so
no surprise there. They always do the opposite of what I do. So
I called it, but he shot it like me, unfortunately. So. A lot of folks don't realize, Bobby's a triathlete.
He'll try anything.
He'll try anything, right? So I'm thinking he banks this in the side, cross side. I don't know that he's got anything else. I can't see how close he is to the ball. 6 and 8 look like they're pretty close together, though.
I don't know if we can get the side camera view. Take a look at what. There we go.
See, the bank is on. As good as he banks, or at least as good as he's banked so far, I kind of like him banking this one. I think he's going to need to widen the angle out a little bit, though. All right, Bobby ready to shoot. Going to try and pull the trigger on this. Still banking the side. Oh, no, he's going to play safe and didn't.
Wow.
He was going to try and slip behind the 7 ball, and he hit the 6 a little too thick. Chris's got a cut shot that he can make.
Nice shot.
I love the speed that he's pocketing balls with right now. It's just gorgeous. He's really got a nice feel for the table.
Kind of reminds me of Buddy Hall. Doesn't look like he does much with the cue ball. He puts a nice stroke on the ball, and the cue ball just goes exactly where it needs to. But if he does need to muscle a ball,
yep,
he has the ability and the power to do so.
I think you're right. Bobby reminds me of Buddy Hall, too, in his own way. I mean, he's very, he's very steady in his approach and everything.
Deliberate.
He's very deliberate. All right, Chris didn't like that rake. He's going to the other rake. Got to draw straight back.
What a shot.
That's
Fantastic.
Perfect. That's perfect. That's the way you do it. All right, 2 balls to get up 5-3. Straight top on this next shot. He left that a little shorter than he wanted to. Himself a difficult cut shot. Fires it in like it's free. That's the way this guy rolls. Chris Futrell.
He makes balls like the way I scratch.
He goes up 5 games to 3, and wow, very impressive. Leading 5 games to 3 in this race tonight, Chris Futrell over Bobby Chamberlain. This is one of our semifinals on the winner's side. The 2011 Virginia State 9-ball championships. We're coming to you high-def stream over InsidePool.tv, as well as several other places. And we're coming to you from Diamond Billiards in Midlothian, Virginia, just outside of Richmond. I'm in the booth with Joshua Dickerson, tournament director. I'm Brian Keller. And we're getting ready to watch rack number 9 starting Chris Futrell to break. Now he did a little different that time. Made a ball and hooked himself. He's got, you can see a sliver of the one ball based on this angle here, but nothing he can make, I don't believe. He's going to be either going to play a push or a safe. My guess is going to play a safe.
Wow.
Wow, what a save. That's nice.
Just let everybody know on the other winner side table this time the score is 7-5, Mr. Newton. But Dave is at the table trying to make it interesting.
John Newton and Dave Hunt, and then these two right here, Futrell and Bobby Chamberlain, are all of our winner's side players right now. Bobby's going to kick one rail, gets a good hit on the ball, and
I think he left him at least a hit.
Left him something. Left him a hit. I don't even know that he left him a great shot. Chris plays a textbook safe.
Nicely done.
Looks like Bobby could kick two ways to go after this. He could kick across the table in an effort to make the one ball. I think he'd have to spin it to get over there, though. Or he can come two rails behind the one ball and hope to bump it up table, hide the cue ball behind the 3 and 7.
Yeah, stretch out over the table, I think come two rails at this, come on the backside of the
Yeah,
one.
I think backside of the one's the shot.
Just like that.
And he got a good hit on it.
Oh.
But he clearly didn't like his chances to do anything. He got lucky. He didn't leave him much of a shot. I think the one may go past the 8. Josh just run out on the floor to watch a hit in the other match. Chris could make the one ball. Very nice. All right, he's gotten back down table for the 2. He's got good shape. I like him from here. He's got a chance to get back out of here and get up to a 6-3 lead.
Yeah. Me too.
That's pretty quick for you.
Yeah, it's still Sunday. I mean, you know.
Oh, really?
I tell you.
All right, Chris is looking pretty good here. The tough shot now is going to be to make that 6 ball. He's trying to figure out where he wants to get the cue ball. It looks like it's past the pocket far enough that he can cut it, so don't have to worry about getting straight in on it or anything, although a little less angle would be better.
Can we see the side angle of this? Maybe we can see where exactly the 6 is.
Not from that angle.
Not from where his hand is. Let's see.
There we go.
I think
Right.
you're right there, Brian. I think he has just enough room where he can spin off the rail and get a shot on the 7 in the same pocket.
Right.
Nice shot on the 5.
That's the shot.
Nice smooth stroke.
Fires it in. Pretty stroke.
You know, Chris had to play one of his best friends from out of Q Masters yesterday in the first round. They actually rode up together.
Isn't that always the way it is?
Yep.
Who was that?
Ray Reyna.
Oh, Ray Rana.
And actually, Ray had a very good finish in this year's event. I think he lost that first match to Chris and ended up winning, I think, 4 in a row, 5 in a row. So, a good finish for Ray. Just out of the money. Nice shot.
All right, Chris Futrell, the chance to go up 6 games to 3 in this race to 9. And he's dug a hole for Bobby Chamberlain to get down in. That's going to be tough to get back out of. Nice. Very nice out.
Chris marks his score up here, getting ready to break at rack 10. Just missed the 1 on the side, and is dry.
Well, that's an ugly cluster. So, do you push? Is there a safety you like?
I would probably want to push here.
All right, Bobby's back to the table.
And a rules question there about balls having to pass the side pocket. That's not instituted at the beginning of this contest, this tournament.
One thing about that's actually the shot I saw.
Great shot.
One thing about pool players, even if they don't read the rules, they will ask him questions about them, won't they? Boy, howdy.
Absolutely. Our local BCA pool league here in town. If I had a nickel for every time you or I were asked a question about the rules, whether one of us was here or not,
Oh, I know.
we would be owning about half the BCA pool league right about now.
Yeah, really. All right, so Bobby comes to the table with, looks like he can see the 1 ball. Has he got anything?
He might be able to masse around the 2. Just a little, don't have to jack him way in the air, just a little, elevate your cue just slightly. Now looks like
Shoot it like he's got a clear shot.
Yeah, clear shot. There.
He does, okay. All right, now he's got a rack. He can get going. This could be off to the races.
Oh,
and
wow.
he rattled the deuce. Wow. Now, I think that's the second ball he's bobbled. He has bobbled 2 of them. both of them were just like that one, too.
You can go rail first on that ball.
It sure looked like it. If he did, no, actually, you know what? He just hit it with inside. Just ticked the object ball and came real hard into the rail and spun it off the back side and then the back rail. Got a lot of action on it, though.
Absolutely. Nice shot going down to the end rail. Nice, clean shot.
Very nice. He'll chase this one down to have a shot with the 6 ball. Okay, Chris chases it down for the 6 ball. Got a nice little angle. He will probably just come up and play the 7 ball in the side pocket. Just like that. And gently roll the cue ball up center table, make the 8, come 1 rail, make the 9. Hard to believe he missed that one. My goodness. Bobby's back to the table with a pretty difficult little cut shot down the rail on the 7 ball. Bobby making a very deliberate stalk around the table, trying to figure out what he wants to do with this. And one more time. Trying to make it the hard way. That was interesting. Wow. I think he thought he could swing it back and make the 8 ball, or he had a bigger pocket than he had. I just think that was a bad shot. I don't think that was a good choice of shots. I'm afraid. Don't misunderstand me. I'm certainly not in his league, but that just seems like a bad choice of shots to me. Yeah, I've seen him pull it out of the. He's pulled that chalk out of the way a couple of times. Well, Bobby's. Yeah, Bobby's a gentleman, though. I'm guessing he probably asked Chris before the match if it was okay if he put it on there. And Chris is also a gentleman. He probably said, "Yeah, as long as you don't mind me moving it when it's in my sight." And I'm sure they're both okay with that. right, so this will get to 7-3 and be 2 games away from the hot seat match against the winner of Newton and Hunt. So Chris Futrell up 7 games to 3, and we'll try and get a score on the Newton-Hunt match. What is it?
I'm going to tell you what, those boys are throwing darts back there.
Are they?
Mr. Newton just had to jump over 2 balls to get a shot on the 4, jumped the balls, made the 4, ended up getting himself hooked on the 5, not make it, played a good safe on Mr. Hunt, left him behind 3 balls. Mr. Hunt said, my turn, huh? Grabbed his jump cue, jumped over all 3 balls, made the ball, made the 5 ball, got out of the rack. The score is 8-6, Mr. Newton.
Holy cow. It's a great match. All right.
Wow.
Futrell breaks, makes the 1 and
The 1 to 3
3
and the
balls. Wow, 3 balls down.
8. And the 2 is near the 9.
And at a 7-3 lead, he's got a chance to get on the hill here. That's a very nice break. Nice time to get it. Only better time to get it is when you're on the hill.
I like his composure. I was watching it after I watched the hits from Mr. Hunt and Mr. Newton. He was having a little trouble pulling the trigger while he was so close to the 9 ball shooting that 7, but he kept pulling up until he was ready, and then when he pulled the trigger, he split the wicket.
Yes, he did.
Nice shot. Looks like the 4 goes past the 6 in the corner.
Yep, it does. Snuck it by. Nicely played. Wow. I didn't realize it was that close. It looked like it was going to go clear, no problem. But that was closer than I thought. He's got a little bit of a funny angle here. He's going to have to either pound this to get a little bit of shape, or maybe spin it off the rail and get some. He did that. It worked. We want to make sure and recognize all of our sponsors. We want to take a minute and say thanks to Rob Marshall and Rob Marshall Studios. Rob's a great friend of the Richmond pool players, and he's been our official photographer at the Virginia State 9-Ball Championships for the last 2 years. Does a great job, takes some great pictures, and he has a great background in the world of pool. His uncle was Willie Jopling, who was one of the great names in one pocket, one of the great names in pool in Virginia for many, many years. We thank Rob for being a great sponsor of the tournament. Chris is down on the 8 ball and
7. Made 8 on the break.
I'm sorry, you did. You're right. He's on the 7 ball, so make these 2, and he's up 8-3. He's on the hill, and I like him from here. Just like that, Chris Futrell's up 8-3. He's on the hill in this semifinal match. Virginia State 9-Ball Championships coming to you live from Diamond Billiards, beautiful pool room in Midlothian, Virginia. 8-3. Chris Futrell leads on the hill, breaking for the match. No, Bobby's sitting in the chair just grinding his teeth. He's really had a hard time getting anything going, and he rattled those 2 balls at the bad time.
Mr. Futrell has broke dry.
Dry break and no shot on the 1.
Always the way. That's Matthew's law.
Matthews Law?
Grady Matthews. Yes, Grady says if I break the balls, I never have a shot. If I make one, if my opponent breaks the balls dry, I never have a shot on the one. That's just Matthew's law.
Matthews Law, I'm sure it is. I was hoping to go over to Grady's pool room when I was down visiting my parents last year. My parents live in Columbia, South Carolina, which is very close to his pool room, but couldn't get over there. Great shot.
Great return saved by Futrell there.
That was a great return save. So I'm thinking Bobby's got to get the jumper out. He just make something happen here. He's down. His opponent's on the hill. He's got to. I'd say just go ahead and spear it and get it done with.
Problem is you got the deuce at the other end of the table, and you get back for the deuce. I mean, you can
Got a little
stop
bit of
it
an
there.
angle. You're gonna have to. I don't think you stop it. I think it's gonna roll out. Got a little bit of an angle. If you make the shot, it's naturally gonna come this way. Around for the two. If you can get a little bit of right spin on it, I realize that's asking a lot. He's kicking.
Oh, he's going 3 rails in this ball.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 rails, and
Wow.
God reward it.
Wow. I don't think he's perfectly hooked, but he certainly hadn't left much to hit at.
Going to thin it and hook him behind the 4 and the 8. Which,
he's left him a sliver. He's left him a sliver. He's played it perfectly. He's got nothing. He's got to kick at that or jump. 1-6 combo in the corner. Is that one? Looks like it might.
I think he's hitting too thin. Maybe he's kicking into it to make the 1-6 combo.
Called it from the chair,
wow.
baby.
Look at this. Wow.
Like I drew it up. Man, what a nice shot. That was a tough roll for Bobby.
I think that was the grandparents' roll there. We could call that a mohawk from here on out. That was a great shot.
That was quite a roll. He's going to suck back this one pretty tight.
Up, just like that. Wow.
Yeah, Bobby's got to come with a shot here. Yes. Yes, it is a funny pocket.
Wow.
Bobby fires it in. Looking to get some shape.
Run.
Wow, that was about 8 inches away from being world class. Yeah, he's got several safeties he can play. He can bounce it right side of the deuce, come around behind the 3 and around the 4-8.
like he banks the 2 down the table, tries to get him behind the. Oh no, he's just playing it safe, getting the 7, and nice shot. Might have left him the edge up.
That's all if he did. I think Chris can go. Well, he's shooting at it like he can. Shoot at it like he can make it. Now that's an interesting play.
Wow.
And worked very nicely. Wow. Wow. Bobby's in a bar fight here. He really
And he's
is.
unarmed.
I know. Chris Futrell, what a great shot. Great imagination.
Mentions he's watched Efren once or twice.
Yeah, I'm guessing. All right, Bobby plays safe back. Leaves a very tough cut shot. Left him. He's got a shot. Looks like John and David are still playing over there.
Looks like Bobby's trying to cut this ball in the bottom left-hand corner. Oh no, he's playing safe. Kind of a two-way shot. If he makes it, he's got a shot on the 3. If he doesn't, he hooks it. Nice shot.
That's a smart shot. And he hooked him. Just maybe able to see the edge of it.
Wow.
You could see the other.
I just got an update. We have a rubber match for the other winner's side match between John Newton and David Hunt.
And it's Hill.
Hill.
Hot
Wow.
diggity. That's a great battle those guys are going through. And that's a replay from last year because they went Hill last year.
With Mr. Hunt break. You gotta like the breaker from there, but you can't count Mr. Newton out.
That's for sure. Get a lot of heart.
Wow, did you see that? He spun that ball just before it hit the side rail. And the English took, it's almost like a masse. Great shot there.
Chris is jacked up over the 8-ball.
And stretching.
And stretching to make the deuce. Getting on the 3 is going to be any bargain. Unless he can swing behind the 9-ball. Nope. Ooh. He did get on the 3, but he didn't make the 2, and he left Bobby a shot. Patience pays.
That might be Bobby's ploy at this point in the match. I mean,
Just wear him down.
Down 8-3. Don't go for anything low percentage or anything until you get comfortable where you're feeling comfortable with your stroke and your game. Keep playing safes on the young man, try and frustrate him a little bit. And
He's a wily old fox, that's for sure. Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Very fortunate there.
Now Chris can play the cross bank or play safe. I think it's safe.
Bobby got here? Do you think he rolls it to the 2 to the 5 and puts him up on the 8? Or is he cutting this in the top corner?
He's trying to play safe. Oh, he's got a nice touch.
Yep. Very nice shot. Just panning over here with the other winner side match for Mr. Hunt and Mr. Newton. The score is 8-8 with Mr. Hunt at the table, shooting the 8 ball. Nice shot, Mr. Hunt.
And that's the ball to get a 9-8 win against John Newton.
Wow.
Payback for last year. I've always liked David's game.
Absolutely. Known David for years when I was at Virginia Commonwealth University at the same time he was. Always a great player there as well, threatened any tournament. Wow, great match. Okay, we're back to our TV match here. David Hunt has just defeated John Newton for one of our 2 winner side matches by a score of 9-8. John will be back in a few minutes on a 1-loss side match. Score is still 8-3. Futrell leading Bobby Chamberlain. And Bobby is pulling out all the stops here. Playing a lot of safes and trying to get himself back into this game.
Oh, there's a misstep. Bobby played so many great saves, and he just bobbled that one.
Oh, wow.
He clanged that one. Bobby on the 3 now.
Nice shot.
Three.
Uh-oh.
Was trying to break out the 5 and
Oh,
didn't get to it.
Now he's getting a little bit of an angle. If he can try and force follow this 4 ball with a little bit of right-hand English, might be able to break it out. Or he's... Sure what he's looking at. Wow.
Oh, man, what a try.
Yeah. 5's frozen here. He's going to have to make sure another ball hits a rail. Wait a minute.
Did he scratch?
He scratched?
Oh, I think he just fell and picked up the ball.
Oh, okay. Cagey player. That's a good shot. Nice hit.
This will be interesting.
Boys are grinding here today.
No doubt. Now,
Some of that do-re-mi, baby.
Does he go rail first before the 5? Bump off of that and try and...
Wow.
Well played.
Pretty.
Looks like he can just get the edge. And maybe cut it down the rail. Be a tough shot.
Do or die for Mr. Chamberlain? Oh, we're still grinding. He might have.
Man, I think he left him something. Left a little something, something.
Little something. Now up it's rail first. Looks like Chris is going to go rail first here.
Oh,
What
nice.
a shot.
What? He came with one there, didn't he?
Fantastic.
Wow. Got the shape on the 7, too. Look at that. Wow, what a shot. Chris has got all the shots. I'm so impressed. What a great game he's got.
Nice shot.
Thumped that one in. He was trying to get some speed on it to get a little angle for the 9.
Get on the right
nice
side of the
job.
8 ball, and he's there, baby.
Nice job. So this is a shot to get Chris Futrell into the hot seat match against David Hunt. That'll be an interesting hot seat match.
Katie bar the door. Be a nice one. One we're glad to have on camera. There
All
it
right,
is.
there it is. Chris Futrell takes down Bobby Chamberlain 9-3 in our other winner's side match.
Thank you all for joining us here today. Mr. and Mrs. Mohap in Johnson City, Tennessee. Keep sitting near the computer. Your grandson will be back on this screen, no doubt about it. So for Brian Keller and all of us here with InsidePool.tv, we're at the Virginia State 9-Ball Championships, and we'll be back in a minute.
thank everyone for being here for this year's Virginia State Nine-Ball Championship. We started with 43 of the state's best players, we're down to 6. We have 2 matches getting started shortly, both on the one-loss side. We have John Newton playing Chris Bruner, and we have Bobby Chamberlain playing Greg Taylor. We'll have table assignments in a minute. We're adjusting for the live stream, so everybody grab a seat. We have 2 real good matches coming up on the air. Thank you.